Hi, I'm Brian. Kettle's on, make yourself a cup of tea. Now today I want to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, more specifically about Kevin McNally, one of Johnny Depp's co-stars who plays Mr. Gibbs, and he sees no reason why Johnny Depp shouldn't return as Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, I personally feel that Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow is the main focus of Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't see any future films doing that well without him. I mean, the films after the original film dropped in quality as they went on, so they were struggling with Johnny Depp to start with, but it was always, Captain Jack Sparrow was always the talking point. It was always the thing everybody enjoyed about the movies. So for the movies to move forward without him, like Disney are planning to, I can't see them doing overly well. And I found this article on Bounding Into Comics that says, Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean co-star sees no reason why Depp shouldn't return as Captain Jack Sparrow. Pirates of the Caribbean actor Kevin McNally, who plays Mr. Gibbs in the franchise, recently declared he sees no impediment for Johnny Depp to return to the franchise as Captain Jack Sparrow. It was revealed back in 2018 following opted by Amber Heard in the Washington Post, where she claimed to be a victim of domestic abuse. The Walt Disney Studios president of production, Sean Bailey, revealed Depp would no longer be a part of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, which I do think is a big mistake. I mean, that case is still ongoing. Depp himself has not been found guilty or not guilty. I do have my opinions on the case, and I do have my opinions on who is the victim in this case, but that is not why I'm here doing this video. When asked if Pirates could survive without Johnny Depp, Bailey told The Hollywood Reporter, "We want to bring in a new energy and vitality. I love the Pirates movies, but part of the reason Paul and Rhett are so interesting is that we all want to give it a kick in the pants, and that's what I've tasked them with." However, the plan to re-energise the franchise with Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese never happened, as these two Deadpool writers were off the project by February 2019, just a couple of months following Bailey's comments. Nevertheless, reports have persisted that Disney wants to continue the Pirates franchise without Depp. In June 2020, The Hollywood Reporter noted that Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin and longtime Pirate scribe Ted Elliott were developing a story. On top of that, it was announced that Margot Robbie was working with Christina Hodson for a female-fronted Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I did a video on that when that was announced. That is another movie which I don't think should be made. I mean, if they want a female-led pirate movie, then make a female-led pirate movie. Don't have to hop onto an already established franchise and one which has kicked off its main star. As I've said, it is Johnny Depp that brought people to these movies. It was his portrayal of Captain Jack Sparrow which people went to see them for. Now, I'm sure people would go see a Margot Robbie Pirates of the Caribbean movie, but that would be for a completely different reason. While reports indicate Disney seemed keen to move on with the franchise without Depp, McNally believes Depp should return. Speaking with The Express to promote his upcoming film Decrypted, McNally says, "I've never seen a hint of any dark side to Johnny. I see a great humanitarian and a beautiful human being." He adds, "I don't see any impediment for him coming back and playing Jack Sparrow." While McNally sees no reason for why Depp shouldn't return, he also notes it's possible to do Pirates films without Depp. He explained, "I think there is a general feeling that without Jack there is no Pirates franchise, and there's probably a lot of truth in that. But now there's been questions about that, certainly. Why not have other pirate films, and certainly then why not have Jack back, or Jack playing a different part?" McNally then pitched his own idea for a film. "I mean, I was musing about this the other day, and you can easily think of stories in which maybe somebody is looking for Jack and come to Mr. Gibbs and say, 'How do I find Jack?' And so to have a whole bunch of people on a trek to find the legendary Jack Sparrow, you can certainly keep those names alive, even in a film that doesn't necessarily contain the original characters too much," he elaborated. This isn't the first time McNally expressed his support for Depp returning as Captain Jack Sparrow. Back in January, the actor appeared on the Respondent podcast, where he was asked, "Do you think Jack Sparrow should be in Pirates of the Caribbean 6? And should the role always be played by Johnny Depp?" He responded, "Yes is a simple answer to that. I don't know anybody that is suggesting that Jack Sparrow would be played by somebody else. I think they are suggesting that there would be another leading character." He continued, "My feelings about this are very complex, because in a sense, there is a slight feeling that the franchise itself had played out a little bit, so a reboot is a reasonable idea. I don't think a reboot, if you concentrate on the younger characters, should still exclude Jack Sparrow." He also expressed his idea about a search for Jack Sparrow. "I came up with an idea that it should be some young person searching for Jack Sparrow, with Mr. Gibbs helping find him. And then we find Jack Sparrow at the end. It wouldn't involve too much work from Jack Sparrow. McNally then stated, having some experience now, I don't know why they make decisions that they make. The executives. They're too corporate. Too many people have a voice. The best films are like the first film. There's been a couple of great writers given a gig and everyone's left to get on with it. So I don't know what the answer to that is, but it seems that they don't have an appetite to work with Johnny because of all the shenanigans that's gone on. Specifically addressing those shenanigans, McNally said, who knows what goes on behind closed doors, but I have never in 22 years of working with Johnny Depp seen anything that would indicate to me that he's anything other than a beautiful human being. I also think about cancel culture. Johnny Depp has not been convicted of anything. He sadly lost a libel case against somebody who used a rather nasty and unprovoked phrase. The idea of distancing yourself from that seems cowardly to me. I don't like it at all, he asserted. So there we are. So the article is on Kevin McNally and his thoughts on whether Johnny Depp should return as Jack Sparrow in any upcoming Pirates films. Personally, I do agree with him. I think there's no reason why Johnny Depp couldn't return to the franchise as Jack Sparrow. Whether he would want to now is another matter. I personally wouldn't blame him if he didn't. If he was offered to come back, I don't think he would, and I generally couldn't blame him if he didn't come back. Would I like to see him back? Of course I would. I mean, as I've said, his portrayal of Jack Sparrow was the only interesting thing in the films towards the end of them. I think everyone agrees that the first Pirate film is fantastic, and a big part of why it worked was Johnny Depp's portrayal as Jack Sparrow. I mean, it was fantastic. But as Kevin McNally says, Johnny Depp hasn't been convicted of anything. He's been accused, and Hollywood has decided whose side they were landing on, and we shall see how that plays out as the court case gets heard, whether Hollywood are sticking with that position or whether they are getting nervous and wondering if they've backed the wrong person. There's evidence out there which, as I say, I'm not getting into. That's not what this is about. But I do agree that the Pirates films really could use Johnny Depp if they do make any going forward. I mean, personally, I wouldn't be interested in any that go forward without him in some way. I mean, the Pirates of the Caribbean spin-off with Margot Robbie, I have no interest in that at all. I think it was rumoured that Karen Gillingham was going to be the lead in Pirates of the Caribbean 6. I don't know if that is still true, but again, I would have no interest in that either. For me, going to see the pirate films, no matter how bad they were in the end, it was always going to see Johnny Depp's performance as Jack Sparrow. That was the entertaining part of the films. And without that, I don't think the films would be strong enough to continue. But what do you guys think? Do you think there is a reason why Johnny Depp shouldn't return to the franchise? Would you like to see him return to the franchise? Do let me know. And that's all from me. I'm off for a fresh cup of tea.